Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do an unboxing today, but I wanted to begin by saying, as so many YouTubers are saying at the introduction of their videos at the moment, that obviously I have given thought about whether it's appropriate to talk about something as frivolous as makeup and to show off essentially, unbox, however you want to put it, what I have been fortunate enough to buy with my own money at a time when we're very well aware that there is a huge humanitarian crisis in Europe occasioned by Russia's illegal invasion of Ukraine and the enormous suffering that is going on. And I don't think the fact that some of us are continuing to upload to YouTube on what are essentially frivolous topics means that we are not aware of the seriousness of the situation, and in particular the enormous suffering that others are going through at the moment. But I think many people have chosen to continue with their usual output, and I'm one of them at the moment, because life does go on, and a lot of people, whilst being deeply traumatized almost to what is going on at the moment, also feel the need for some relaxation and distraction, as it were. So that's all I'm going to say about the Ukrainian situation. I am going to print in the information box below various links for anyone who isn't aware of them and wants to do something about the current crisis. I think all of us can do our bit to share information, as well as be perhaps more proactive in helping however we can that situation and what's going on. So that's the very serious stuff, not out of the way, because it's going to continue to be there in the background. But for the moment, we're going to distract ourselves with unboxing a parcel that was literally delivered about 10 minutes ago. I know it's from Chanel because I made some orders the other night from the latest collection that has dropped. It's just one thing after another at the moment. So I'm going to try and battle my way into the slightly damp box. It's pretty dismal March weather here today in London on Saturday. Isn't that always the way? You know, I was hoping, because this was quite a substantial order, I was hoping for one of their proper boxes. But no, it's just let me push you up for a moment. It's one of the tie boxes that I hate so much. That they claim is to be good for the environment, but I think it's good for their profit margins as well. Anyway, there we go. I still buy from them, so I can hardly complain. By the way, whilst I'm struggling with the tie here, those of you who are interested in a deeper dip into Chanel, and in particular into the life and work of Karl Lagerfeld, who of course was their creative director from the 1980s until his death fairly recently. Alison Chase, who's a fantastic Canadian beauty YouTuber, has put up a great video about that. It's quite long, but I was watching it this morning as I was getting ready, and it's a really fun video to watch. I'll try and remember to link that below as well, but it's Alison Chase. Right, now the star product in this latest collection is actually a highlighter powder with a camellia embossed in it, and I haven't got that. And the reason I haven't got it is because I have so many highlighters, and indeed yet another one from the Hermès latest release arrived the other day. I've yet to show you the Hermès plein air collection purchases that I made. but I decided to forego the Chanel one, even though it's had rave reviews and it looks fantastic. But I really am trying to, believe it or not, slightly curate my collection and not impulse buy so many items, then forget I've got them and not use them. I did ponder for a while over the latest eyeshadow palette, which is called Imaginaire. I don't think it's limited edition from what I could see on the website. And I wasn't sure. I'm still not sure, but I thought I'd like to see it in person. Here it is. So, Imaginaire. So, there we go. A fairly neutral kind of lait beige type palette. Looks like 3 satins and a sort of semi-glitter. Let's see. These two look fairly similar. They're not going to show up on everybody's eyes. That's going to be a very kind of my lid but better look. Here's the glittery one. Again, that doesn't look hugely different. That's just a mark on me at the moment. I'm hoping not permanent. Otherwise the dermatologist is going to have to look at it. And this is the Soul darker shade, which looks almost matte, actually. Maybe a bit satin. That's quite a nice shade. Kind of neutral, leaning warm. So I'm not sure about this palette, if I'm honest, and whether it's sufficiently different from what I've got in my collection to keep. I think I probably need to have a look at it on the eyelids, because things can be very different when worn. Not immediately too excited about that, unfortunately. So that might be a bad purchase. Let's look at the Rouge Cocoa Flash. I wasn't sure how many of these were new, but this one, Halo, definitely was one I haven't seen before. Not sure if it's limited edition. I like the Cocoa Flash formulas. They're kind of a bit wet and lip balmy, but with nice colour and shine. And this is a very unusual kind of lilac-y in the tube. But there you can see, doesn't look like very much at all, just a sheen. So that's a bit of a disappointment as well, particularly as I have, well, I need to show you what I've got from Hermès. I'm really liking their 3 spring releases, although they're very, very faintly pigmented. They're more pigmented than that, but we'll come to that another day. So this is a bit disappointing so far. That's what happens when you do things live. Now, I can tell you straight off, that's just a gel coat, top coat, because I was running to the bottom of my current one, and it's a good top coat. I would recommend it, both for making your Chanel polishes look shiny, but also for preserving them a bit longer. Now, the one that I really wanted out of the 3 new nail varnishes was already sold out when I clicked on about a nanosecond after it had all gone live. So I suspect they either never had it at all, or it hasn't arrived yet. Cross fingers, but dubious, because it does say sold out, or they had such a tiny amount that it's going to be impossible to chase down other than on eBay or resale sites. And that was a kind of lilac-y pink, a bit like this looks in the tube, but more pinky. But the other 2 were available. As I say, I was less excited about them. Here's another kind of nude cream. This is 923 Henrique. Pretty. A kind of neutral nude. Be careful with nude. Some don't look so good with my skin colour. And then this is what I'd call a pale apricot. This can be a tricky colour for me to wear. Back in 2012, which was a kind of golden year for Chanel Beauty in my view, I think it was 2012, it might have been 11, they released 3 nail polishes called April, May and June, which were fairly iconic. And June was a kind of peachy apricot, maybe a bit deeper than this, which I found looks just dreadful on my nails. The other two, April and May, gorgeous, and I wear them to this day. So that looks a bit thin as well. You can sometimes tell in the bottle. Let's see if I can't even get the top off. There we go. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's very translucent. So it'll be easier to wear, but barely any colour. It's just making your nail look a bit yellow. So I'm not overly thrilled with that either. This isn't looking too good as collections go, and the lid is cracked. You see that? Coming away. Dear oh dear, this is very gloomy. Let's try the other one, see what that looks like on the fingers. They're very, very sheer, these. That looks slightly better, actually. At least you're getting a bit of colour there. That's actually quite pretty. If you like nude, 2 coats of that will definitely give a bit of opacity. And it's a nice mid-tone nude. You have to be a little careful according to your skin tone. Some kind of more yellow-toned nudes look grim on me because I've got kind of pink undertones. And equally, if you're more sallow-skinned, the pink undertones in some nudes can make your fingers look a bit peculiar, to say the least. So that one, that's on Reek, I would recommend over Utopie, which, let's try another coat, see if that improves it. Oh dear, this top is not good. I'm not overly impressed. I mean, it does build up opacity with 2 coats, but it's still definitely sheer. You can see the nail underneath. And I don't think it's the most flattering colour for my skin tone anyway. It just makes my nails look a bit yellow, as if I've been smoking, which is not really what the image that you're trying to express in spring, but it might look better on some other people, I don't know. So yeah, I'd give that one a miss, I'm afraid. The other one is quite a nice nude, although Lord knows I've got enough nudes. So, so far, not the most brilliant selection. I'm really disappointed with that Rouge Coco Flash. I thought that was going to be a beautiful kind of lilac-y sheen, but it just isn't. And I'll let you know how the eye palette performs on the eyelids. I've got the usual little samples, although they still, you know, this was a reasonably big order, still only give you 2. And I chose the Rouge Allure Extract. I'm quite keen to try that. That's another of their new formulas. There's a really bold Chanel red. And what else did I get? Oh yeah, a Numéro 1 de Chanel, the serum this time. So let's not forget, while I'm being very negative about this Chanel haul, I'm loving my products from the #1 range, particularly the foundation, but also the eye cream I'm enjoying. And the lip cheek balm is absolutely fine. I perhaps wouldn't recommend that as much, but the foundation is fabulous. So there we go with a little mini haul unboxing from Chanel. I have some Hermes to show you. I have lots of things to show you when I get round to it. But in the meantime, please keep safe and well and as cheerful as you can in these really difficult times. And if you have relatives in Ukraine or indeed Russia, be comforted and try and be as cheerful as possible. Anyway, until next time, bye for now.